So you want to learn more about manifestation and you want to learn how to make your goals come to life. You have an idea, you have a picture of who you want to become, but you can't figure out how to get there. So I'm going to teach you today. This right here, this is my goal card. I write down my goals on here. I learned it from the book Think and Grow Rich, and I learned it from Bob Proctor and many countless other of successful people, Grant Cardone, the list goes on and on. What you need to do is tell yourself something. And at first, it might seem like a lie. You need to tell yourself something that you want to become, and you must write it as if it already happened. If you read the book Think and Grow Rich, that's the secret that they talk about. In the book Think and Grow Rich, they talk about this secret, and that is the secret. The secret is that you can write something down on a card, and if you read it often enough, it will go from your conscious mind. Eventually, your subconscious mind will adopt it, and then eventually, you will start to do things to try to bring it to life and manifest it into your life. It's not going to work if you don't put in the work, right? For example, let's say for my guys with small wee wees out there, if you write down on a card, I have a 12-incher, eventually your subconscious mind will adopt it and you'll have a 12-incher. Okay, that's not going to work, all right? But let me be serious. So if you write down something on a card, for example, let's say one of my goals is I am I'm happy, right? Let me give you an example. I am happy that I have this many subscribers on YouTube. And I write it down as if I already have it. I write it down as if it already happened. I don't write it down like I am happy that I am going to have one day. I am happy that one day I will, maybe, possibly have. No, I write it down as if it's a fact and it already happened in my life. So you think about the person you want to become, you think about the attributes that person has. How is their body? How is their mind? Are they disciplined? Are they committed? What type of house do they have? What type of cars do they have? What type of interiors are in your car? What color is the car? See, you need to figure out and visualize it so your mind can constantly be thinking about it and conjure up ideas so that you can go out there and actually do it. Like I said, this is not going to work if you don't put in the work. So if one of the examples I gave was I have this number of subscribers on YouTube, if I read that often enough, even if at the moment it might be a lie, eventually my mind will start to believe it. And it will start to make me do things, conjure up things so that I can one day, you know, bring it to life, because every day I'm doing the things that are necessary in order for me to reach that goal. So like I said, if that is the goal, my mind is constantly going to be, if I read it every day, I read it in the morning, I read it at night. You should at least read it twice a day. I read it probably 4 or 5 times a day. I have all my goals written on here. I write down all my goals as well. I read it, I read it, I read it. And then eventually, my mind conjure up things. Like, for example, it thinks about, okay, post every day. It makes me post every day. It makes me think about, how can I help people more? How can I provide more value to their life? What topics do people want? What topics are valuable to people? What video can I make that will be impactful for many people? You understand what I'm saying? So that's how you will manifest something into your life. And you know what helps me too? Having something like this, habit tracker. You can buy these at Target. This is for February because we're in February 1st. I just finished. I got to take off all my old ones. And you write down the habit. So, for example, let's say I gave you the example of something about YouTube. Now, in order for me to actually bring that to life, because that's not how manifestation happens. It's not just you say some shit. Like, I remember this one girl said the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. She said, manifestation? Why are you drinking all? Because she saw me drinking protein shakes every day. And she's like, why are you drinking all those protein shakes? You just got to manifest it. Yes, you just got to manifest it. You don't need to drink no protein shakes. You just got to manifest that shit. That is the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. She's like, oh, I lost a lot of weight because I manifested it. No, the fuck you didn't. You lost a lot of weight because you did the steps necessary. Maybe you didn't know you were in a caloric deficit, but you did the steps necessary. So that's how manifestation works. Like, for example, if I say, I want to put on muscle, and in my mind, I hold a picture in my mind of the man that I am. I hold a picture in my mind of this muscular, big, strong, jacked man, right? Let's say that's my goal. If that's your goal as well, now in order for me to actually bring that to life, I could write on here, make it a habit. This is the work that is going to take me to the goal. And every day I focus on just getting that dot. Like, let's say for today, all I would have to focus on is the number one, making sure that that dot is filled by the end of the day. So as you can see, make a YouTube video daily. Right now, I have earned the dot for the day. That is my brick. That is my brick to build my castle. At the end of the month, I've earned all my bricks. So your castle is going to be as big as you put in the work. So if I say I'm going to post a video every day and I only post once, I'm not going to build anything. Why? Because I'm not putting in the work. So my goal is just going to be a lie that is just going to stay a lie. But if I write down a goal, I have this many subscribers, and it's a lie right now, but I'm doing the steps necessary, one day it won't be a lie. Why? Because I did the steps necessary. So for those of you who don't know how to set goals, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. You write it down as if it already happened and visualize it. Take a moment out of your day. See, that's one of my habits that I write down as well. I have several of these cards posted up on my fridge, and every day I make sure I hit each and every one of them. And one of them is to learn for an hour a day and to visualize the goals that I write down for myself. So I sit down, I close my eyes, I think about the life that I want. I think about the life that I desire. I think about what would my daily life be like. I think about what the car I would be driving would be like. How does the steering wheel feel? How big are the wheels? What color are the wheels? What color is the tint on the windows? How does it feel when I'm steering? How does it feel when I'm shifting gears? You understand what I'm saying? How does the seat feels? What type of material are they? Are they leather? Are they suede? Are they Alcantara? Are the seats black? Are the seats white? Or are they red? See, you have to sit down and visualize this to the T. Every single small, minute detail. Because you can't hit a target that you can't see. So if you're saying, I want to have this as your goal, right? But you don't even know what it is you want, you're not going to reach it, bro. But if you sit there and you can truly visualize it to the most detailed depiction of that goal, you will get there if you visualize it every single day and if you do the steps necessary to get you closer and closer. It's just a matter of time. If you're putting in the work, it's just a matter of time. The only thing between you and your goal is just time. So you sit there, you write it down as if it already happened, you visualize it every day, you make sure you are tracking your habit in some way. See, if you don't want to do it like this, you can do it however you want. You could just keep a mental note. I don't really like doing it that way because I believe that is not tracked cannot be managed. So if you're not tracking something, you can't manage it. If you're tracking your spending, you can manage it. If you're tracking your calories, you can manage it. You can't manage something that you don't track. So that's why this keeps me on track to make sure it's just satisfying for me. It's satisfying for me to see at the end of the month and say, "Oh yeah, that's right. I did not miss. I did all the steps necessary." I know I'm not just bullshit, and I know my goals will become a reality because I put in the work every day, because I do the steps necessary. So 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 years of doing the work consistently, and you don't think you're going to reach your goals? You don't think you're going to be there in the life that you can truly visualize? See, the problem with a lot of people is they have limiting beliefs and they don't believe they can achieve something. Why? Because they don't actually sit there and think about it. The fact that you can actually sit there and visualize it is the fact that you can actually achieve it. If someone else is out there doing what it is that you want to do, doing what it is that, the life you want to live, it's possible, bro. But you really got to put in the work. You really got to lock in and do what is necessary to attain the goal. All right, guys, that's the video for today. Like the video down below. Leave a comment. I love reading your comments, and subscribe. Peace out.